Okay, this is my second time I felt, I don't know, the need, I guess, for my personal satisfaction or documentation or just trying to cope and deal with my psyche with what's going on in this country. I will be the first one to admit that I'm a news junkie, um, but I also like to try to get information, both sides, and do my research to get answers for myself. But what I want to talk about now is just this complete moral, ethnic conflict, which, I'm black. No surprise, duh. But it always leads to black and white. It's not by choice, it's just by life. Because I can say this country, it was founded on a black and a white basis. Uh, I'm sorry. I can't No, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I have to state it like I see it. It's conflicting for white Americans, some white Americans. Well-intentioned, well-meaning. I'm not one that want to group everybody in one group. Oh, they're racist. No. Be the cliche. I know white people. I have white people that are my friend. I guess a reverse cliche of white people saying I got black friends or no black people. But I do. And I have watched their kids, and I will allow them to watch my kids, not allow them, because I trust them and they trust me. So enough of that. I got a white friend, so I'm not racist. My issue, I'm going to get right to the point. Within the last, it actually started a little bit like it was divinely set up this way, because America lives in denial. It's like a real mental defect in this collective minds of America. You can divide it by sex, by race, you choose. Right before we're actually doing the political run for White House, even before it was like the number one topic, we had a issue in this country involve Bill Cosby, comedian, African American, black man, entertainer, actor, writer, you name it. Was literally in the psyche and the minds of American across the mainstream, and probably not in the mainstream, to be collectively titled and called as America's favorite dad from television shows. Now, we've had the Brady Bunch dad, we've had the Good Times dad, we've had the All in the Family dad, we've had the Simpsons dad, we've had the Waltons dad, we've had the Little House on the Prairie's dad, we've had the Happy Days dad. All of them. All different type of shows, all different type of families being portrayed, all different types of daddies portrayed. Unless I'm mistaken, Bill Cosby was in the collective mind, no, not of just black Americans, no, not of just minorities, in the mainstream America as America's dad. He pretty much had his life as an entertainer, much loved, black, white, social, areas in America acceptable, but his shit came out. Within the last 2 years, Bill Cosby's shit came out. He was exposed. We only know in the populace of America because they are more wealthy. There are less wealthy, less connected, less people that are of the elite than there is the mainstream. We are the people, the ones that go to the polls and vote are the mainstream. His shit came out about the same time. There had been rumors of, there had been talk of in his lifetime of the little shit he was doing. But around about 2 years ago, his shit hit the fan. When woman after woman after woman, no let up, came out, he sexually assaulted me. He sexually abused me. He raped me. There was no audio. There was no video. The victims came out and said it. So I'm like, he did this shit within the last month? Oh, he did it last year? Nah. He did it 10 decades ago, 15 years ago, 2 decades ago. Hell, he did it 3 decades ago. Last count, probably about 50-some women. Them men and women ain't lying. Now, it's some white folks out there thinking black folks out here hollering. Bill Cosby, he getting scapegoat. They railroad him because he's a black man. Just like white folk were talking about, oh, all black people think OJ did it. They went in the barbershop. We were shocked just like y'all. We knew he did that. Keep it real. I wonder, Trump's an entertainer. No political background. He was about doing Trump and getting that money for Trump. Bill Cosby was an entertainer. I wonder if Bill Cosby, just as old, I think a little older, I hadn't done the actual what his DOB is. I know he old. Trump old. He's 70. If Bill Cosby, the entertainer, America's dad, would have came out and said he was running for president, on the opposite, just like Trump ran for president after he tried to just destroy Barack Obama's legacy as being the president of the United States, try to take it from him by saying that he's not an American, wasn't born in this country. There are a lot of people that were born in this country and they choose to give their child an ethnic name for their personal choice and reason. His father was from Kenya. His ancestry is of Kenyan descent. His mama chose to give him a name to represent where he was and who he was, his ancestry. Now, if Bill Cosby would have came out and said he was running for president without all this dirt out on him, America would have been like, oh, somebody they can vote for because he's loved by America. And then the charges and allegations would have come out about all the women saying that he sexually assaulted me, he raped me, he drugged me. Would the same America vote and elect Bill Cosby into office? Would the same America have given Bill Cosby 81% of the evangelical support, the evangelical the vote, just like they gave it to Donald Trump? And yet, black people in America is supposed to be quiet. No, all lives matter. Don't say Black Lives Matter. We have come to a social consciousness in this country. Just because it was put on paper, just because it was enacted and supposed to have been done by laws, does not mean that a person chooses to do it. The judicial system shows it. The collectiveness of 81% of evangelical Christians voting for Donald Trump, the same people that go to church, take a poll. How many of the same people got on social media bashing Bill Cosby? Lock him up. Lock him up. Are probably the same people voting for Trump who has been accused of rape, raping a 13-year-old child. And because of his money, his eliteness, which is total opposite of him not being a part of the system, his eliteness, his money, his power, his whole harem of lawyers that can get a case thrown out by whatever whim that they come to their head. That child's case has been thrown out of court so many times. Now, the Bill Cosby thing, his dirt came out right before Trump started running. Trump dirt come out. These many people okay with it? Folks that I know, folks in America, and I know for a fact if a poll was taken, they would not elect Bill Cosby. So how in the hell does Donald Trump get elected? Why should somebody with them many cases in court even get to run? He want to vet Muslims, vet people coming to this country? You live here, and how does he not get vetted? Trust me, I know if Barack Obama, it had came out that he had raped somebody, he wouldn't have got no further and he wouldn't be able to even compete against the other Democrat. Hillary would have won. 08-12, Hillary would have won. If it would have came out that Barack Obama had cheated as many people as Trump has cheated, defrauded as many people as Trump has defrauded. If that would have came out by Barack Obama, I wouldn't have voted for him. I would have voted for Hillary. So, black lives, we matter? No, we're trying to convince y'all and let y'all know that there is a double standard in this country and that black people are still getting a double standard from the judicial system to the media. In the last couple of weeks of the campaign, God rest their soul and there be justice for the people who kill them. Trump tweet every time a black person specifically murders, I'm not going to say kill, murder a cop. Nobody should be murdering a policeman. But Trump tweeted his surrogates went to town every time a cop was murdered by a citizen that were of color. But in the last month, there had to be at least 4 cops murdered by white men. And they live to go to court. They live to get arrested. But beyond that, Trump don't tweet about it. His surrogates don't get up there and say, see, Blue Lives Matter. We know that. They get their respect. They did not get on TV and say, law and order, when a white Trump supporter and a known racist ambushed and killed 2 cops. He didn't just do it because he was on his kicks. I personally can make my opinion. He did it to start shit. This heated campaign, Black Lives Matter, Trump and his law and order and all the racism he done spit out, I guarantee you that man saw an opportunity and said, I'm going to kill 2 cops. And they're going to look for a black person. You can hate me, but this is what black people think. This is how we think because what we see. Because what we see. Now deal with it.